Hey, coach, if you've ever had a launch that did not get the number of coaching clients in it that you wanted, I think I know why. I'm Kendall. Tune into today's episode because I want to give you one ridiculously simple shift in how you launch that has the capacity to double your income. You can plug this strategy into your coaching business today because you have people to coach and you have money to make. It's all here for you in this episode of the Money Coach School podcast. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Money Coach School podcast. To really excel at coaching women, you have to be skilled, confident, and even fearless at money coaching. If you're passionate about women holding genuine money power and love supporting women entrepreneurs, then this is the show for you. Now here's your host, money feminist Kendall Summerhawk.
Hello, beautiful coach. I am so glad that you and I get to connect here together today because we're going to be covering one of the most powerful and ridiculously simple strategies that you can use to double your coaching income from any of your coaching offers, even your first one. And I think today's episode is such a perfect example of how your thinking about money plays a pivotal role in the success of your coaching business, which of course includes how much money you make. I call this money work, and money work is transformation at the highest level. It is peeling back those prickly layers of the artichoke to get to the heart of how you feel about money, how you think about money, how you pay attention, or how you ignore money. The reason why money work is worth your attention is because all the decisions in your business stem from your dynamic with money. I want you to really take that in for a moment. What if the size of your list, for example, wasn't just about the freebie you might or might not have, but about how you feel about receiving greater amounts of money? What if the number of clients you have or don't have isn't about how much you market or what the economy is doing, but about how you think about and structure your pricing, for example, which is money? Now, I could go on because every decision you make in your business, either consciously or unconsciously, springs from your dynamic with money. So what I discovered after coaching thousands of women on money and business growth is that shifting your dynamic with money is the fastest way to make more money in your coaching business. So for example, in a recent mastermind session with my clients inside of Secret Energy of Money Mastermind, they were reporting phenomenal results like these. One reached her quarterly revenue goal 3 weeks early with extra cash safely tucked into her bank account. One is about to close on selling her original business with 3 lucrative offers to choose from, and that's going to really free her up to focus exclusively on her new coaching business. One is filling in-person groups for the first time ever, combining movement and personal growth. One launched a new niche with lucrative new clients. It's super exciting, who are asking to work with her, and they're already giving her referrals. One landed multiple VIP clients for her first time ever, and she's seeing that cash in her bank account. And all of them have been learning how to cut expenses that represent really past boundary issues. And of course, cutting expenses frees up resources for increased cash flow and streamlines their business. Now, what shifted for each of these women wasn't more marketing, a bigger list, or more screen time on social. Some of them don't even have websites, and most of them have very small audiences. What shifted was their dynamic with money, shifting out of scarcity and into possibility, shifting out of not enough and into overflow, of course, using the money systems that I teach. And I want to say this for you. I really want you to take this to heart. Now is not the time for heart-centered women to shrink to fit with money. This is the new era of the money feminist, where you are securing cash flow and you're learning the secrets to keeping more money, even if you have debt, which is fine. Most women in business, most businesses, period, have debt. Not that big of a deal. And even if you have irregular income, income that goes up and down, that's okay. That's just a normal part of being a business owner. What matters is this is your money reinvention moment. Now, not later, right now. So, by the way, Secret Energy of Money, my money mastermind for coaches and consultants who want to step into the dramatically more profitable version of their businesses. The enrollment is open, and you can go to secretenergyofmoney.com or you can click on the link in the show notes for details because we're enrolling right now. So, today, what I want to give you is one of my most powerful and ridiculously simple strategies to double your coaching income from any one of your coaching offers, even if it's your first one. This strategy is taken from Secret Energy of Money, and it is so simple to implement. I wanted to bring it to you today. So, here's the backstory to this strategy. Everyone in business focuses on numbers, the number of people on the list, the number of people you have on Instagram, the number of people showing up for a webinar or commenting on a post. But here's the problem. Numbers are a vanity metric. They feed the ego or they tear you down, but they don't necessarily add any income to your business. It's kind of like empty calories, right? Feeds the waistline without adding to genuine health and wellness. Because the bottom line is numbers don't automatically translate into money. A number of years ago, I noticed how uncomfortable and really icky I felt focusing on numbers. Now, keep in mind, I've made nearly $30 million since just 2008 in my business. So I've made a lot of money, and I was feeling uncomfortable focusing on numbers. I always felt behind, which felt really stressful. You know, for us ambitious women, feeling behind is like one of the worst things ever. And it just fed my feeling of inadequacy and not feeling enoughness. And that's not a powerful place for you or for me to operate from. So I said, no, I am not available for that anymore. I'm not available for any comparison that makes me feel inadequate. I'm not available for chasing numbers that don't mean anything and that don't put money in my bank account. So I made one simple but powerful shift, and here it is. Instead of choosing numbers goals, I switched to money goals. Now, for example, instead of saying, I want 10 people in my program, which is what everybody does, and I'm here to tell you, I want you to stop doing that. So instead of doing that, I switched to the amount of money I wanted to make from an offer or a launch or a workshop. Now, in this example, the money goal could be 50,000. The result from making this simple change was actually mind-blowing. It immediately freed up my creativity to think of multiple ways to create that $50,000 goal from that launch instead of thinking it all was hinging on just getting 10 people. So let me give you an example, and I want to break this down for you, and I'm going to use smaller numbers so you can see how brilliantly this works out. So let's say you want to run a group coaching program, and originally you say you want 5 participants at $3,000 each, so that's $15,000. If you just focus on enrolling your 5 participants, then you market, and every participant feels like trying to climb a steep ladder to get that number into your group coaching program. But what if instead you switch it up, you flip it around, and instead you say you want to create $30,000 in revenue that centers around the orbit, as I call it, the orbit of your group coaching program. Now it's not about the 5 people. And I know you're probably saying, Kendall, I only wanted 5, that's 15,000. Now you're talking about 30,000. So hang with me for a second here. Let me show you how this is entirely possible, totally doable, and actually really, really exciting and very simple. So it's no longer about the 5 people. It's about the different opportunities you can give people to work with you. Do you hear that? You're marketing for your group, absolutely. But now you're inspired, for example, to add a VIP upgrade option. So somebody could come into the group, or they can do like group plus the VIP, which includes some private time with you. That's a great idea. Recommend it highly. Plus, once you start your group, you could offer a private VIP day, like a 1-day intensive with you, which typically always has clients saying yes to you because they know, like, and trust you. I always do this in my groups. Every few months, I open up a couple of VIP day spots and they always fill. So boom, quick cash influx, right? So another idea that comes to you is that right after your group starts, you do one last marketing push because typically there's always someone who just didn't see your marketing ahead of time, or they needed that extra time. So now you have another participant in your group, another $3,000. Another idea is right after your group starts, you do a short promotion for one private client spot because your audience is now warmed up. Maybe a group wasn't the right thing for them. And that one private client spot, they say, ooh, I want that. And by the way, when I say people in your audience can be just a few people you've networked with. No big deal, right? You can keep it very low tech, low key. And then, by the way, we're not done. We have more ideas here. So then after that little marketing window is done for that private spot with you, the next thing you offer is, let's say it's a class. That's less of a commitment of time and money compared to your group. And guess what? You offer that class, you fill some people in that class, and in the class, you again offer a private VIP day slot with you, which brings in another one or two clients. So now you shifted from just the flat one-dimensional thinking of wanting 5 people in your group to 3-dimensional holistic thinking that brings in clients into a variety of different ways someone can coach with you. And the money is going to add up or surpass that $30,000 goal that you set. Remember, your goal is a financial one, which means the final number of people becomes much, much less important. So for example, you can have one person come into your group and then sign up for the private VIP day with you. And at the end of the group, they want to become a private client with you. This happens regularly. And it's not only how I bring in more money for each initial offer that I have, but it's also how I get to work more deeply with people because I'm getting to know them so well by coaching with them in these different types of containers. So what I found is that every time I focus on a money goal instead of a numbers of participants goal, I, number one, make more money. Number two, I create more opportunities for people to enroll. So different ways that people can enroll. Number three, I get more creative with my marketing. And number four, a launch feels more exciting and less pressure because you're not banking everything on just this one offer, right? And number five, there's an energy and momentum that's created that really starts to get your business rolling forward without the big list or the big following or the big launches. I mean, truly, there's really nothing magnetic about just a number, but there's everything energizing about a money goal. So my coaching for you is simple. Take that next offer. Decide how much money you want to make from it and everything that orbits around it, and see what ideas does that spark for you. What are even just 2 or 3 other ideas that you can piggyback on to that initial offer to achieve your money goal? Now, you know that I'm a money feminist, and that means I am a champion of your right to claim and own your financial power and to reach for money goals beyond what society has said that you, as a woman, are capable of achieving. My vision is to create a world where women hold genuine money power because we know money is power. We know money is choice. We know money is freedom. And the world changes for the better when women have that power, that choice, that freedom. So my question for you is, if you want to, number one, create cash overflow in your business, that means more than just enough, and it means not settling. If you want to, number two, set up simple money systems in your business so that you are in control of money, resulting in breaking free of that earn and spend cycle. And number three, if you want to identify your deepest core values about money and begin to funnel all of your decisions through those values, that's going to result in growing your business and your income without ever sacrificing what you value most. And number four, if you want to learn the skill of creating bankable beliefs so that you no longer experience obstacles to creating overflow. And number five, if you want to successfully multiply how much money you make in your business without sacrificing your freedom, if that's what you want, then I'm inviting you to join me inside Secret Energy of Money. Secret Energy of Money is my signature mentoring program for coaches and consultants to unlock your income, your profit, and your prosperity, to calm your money nervous system. Yes, that's a thing. I think you know what I'm talking about. And to step into the dramatically more profitable version of your business. The Secret Energy of Money is you getting me as your money coach for either 6 months or 1 year. You get to choose. And the quality of mentoring inside Secret Energy of Money is unmatched. matched. And here's why. You are getting pattern-breaking money coaching that creates lasting change in how much money you make and keep in this ever upward spiral, this growing, beautiful spiral. You're getting specific money strategies for creating overflow in every area of your business, like earning more, building savings, paying off debt, and there's more. There's actually 8 key areas where we apply the concept of overflow. You're getting proven money skills that are simple to implement in your business and, of course, result in you making and keeping more money. You're getting to upgrade the way you think about cash flow, like the strategy I gave you here today. So no more playing small at the just enough level. And you're creating bankable beliefs that absolutely slay outdated mindsets that are unconsciously holding you back. And you get key strategies for calming your money nervous system and creating peace with money. And you're getting key strategies for making more money in your business, resulting in new opportunities that bring in cash. And you're getting the excitement of experiencing a new level of profitability in your business. The secret energy of money is no fluffy coaching. I don't do fluffy. It's not generic advice, and it's no settling for average. One of our participants said this so beautifully. She said, the exercises and coaching inside of Secret Energy of Money are nothing short of amazing and results producing. And another participant said this so beautifully, it just brings tears to my eyes. She said, the growth in Secret Energy of Money is beyond exponential and numerical. It is really something that can be measured, tracked, and more in the bank account and in the personal evolution of each and every one of us. I just love that. So if you're clear that you want to start making, keeping, saving more money, then definitely head over to secretenergyofmoney.com and check it out. We're enrolling right now. All right, my beautiful soul, remember, money coaching changes lives, starting with yours. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your loyalty. I love and appreciate you so much. All right, I will see you in next week's episode. You take care now. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of the Money Coach School podcast. If you enjoyed this podcast, make sure you follow so you never miss an episode. Also, I would so love and appreciate if you would leave a 5-star review. Your review supports women just like you in discovering all of the juicy tips and insights I'm sharing here on how to coach women on money. And if you want to learn how to excel at coaching women on money, definitely go to kendallsummerhawk.com and check out the wealth of money coach trainings that we have for you. Thanks so much for being part of this money coaching movement and for tuning into the show every week.